So you saw me rocking it with some Emmitt in the last lecture. And I wanted to show you the Emmitt cheat sheet and just take a little bit of a closer, slower look at Emmitt and how that works. So I'm going to go to a new tab in my browser and just type in Emmitt cheat sheet. And that will bring me to this web page right here, cheat sheet Emmitt documentation. And so that's going to give me a lot of the little commands that I enter and then hit tab after. You got to enter the command and then hit tab, and then it'll fill it in. And if you don't have Emmitt, if Emmitt's not working, if you're in Atom, you'll want to install the Emmitt package. And if you're in WebStorm and it's not working, you'll just, it's by default in WebStorm, but if for some reason it's not working in your WebStorm, just make sure that you have the Emmitt plugin. So under preferences or settings, you'll find the plugins. Look for the Emmitt plugin, make sure it's on. All right, so this is what the Emmitt cheat sheet looks like when you first come to it. And I'm going to zoom in here. So in Chrome, I'm going to go over here and just crank that up to 400. So it's, 500 is like way too much. 400, so it's really close. And that's going to allow us to see this much more closely. And so here you can see the child selector at work. And so we have the nav ul li. There we go, bigger, took a moment. Right, but this is a selector, this greater than sign. Right, and when you enter this stuff right there, it will give you, and then hit tab, so your cursor's right there, and then you hit tab, it will give you this. And so nav has a child, which is ul, nav has a child, which is ul, ul has a child, which is li, ul has a child, which is li. So that's nesting tags. For siblings, we have the plus sign. So div has a sibling, which is a p. Div has a sibling, which is a p. And in turn, p has a sibling, which is a block quote. There's another tag. So that's how we do siblings. And then just scrolling down, there's more examples here. You saw me use multiplication. So the unordered list has a child, which is an li. And there are 5 of them. Unordered list, 5 LIs, so that's the multiplication. You could also put text in, so we're going to learn about the anchor tag in one of the next videos. But here's the anchor tag, which is the tag we use for links. And so if you want text to be in there, you use these curly braces, and then you hit tab, and it gives me an anchor tag with text in between. So that's pretty cool. So you could do that to get the text in. And then down here, you have all the HTML that you could type in. So the exclamation point is an alias of this command, which gives you this code right here. And you've seen me use that one already. Plus like the anchor tag, or pretty much just whatever the letters are for the tag, you type it in and hit tab, like I did that with P, tab, boom. And it filled it all in. Or I typed in lorem for just some general lorem ipsum text, which is in web programming just, generic text, and it printed out a bunch of generic text. All right, so that's using Emmitt and using the Emmitt cheat sheet. The only other one, which I think is really cool, is the $sign. And I was hesitant to show you this because we haven't talked about classes yet. We are going to talk about classes soon, but here we have like the $sign, right? And it's creating a class item, $sign. And so it gives me item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it does the numbering. The $sign does the numbering. Here I'm doing header $, so that text is going to be inserted inside the H tag, right? And it's header 1, 2, 3. So this is another way I could have done all of my headers. H $, and then header $, times 3. How cool is that? Right? Totally saves me some typing. And then that will do 1, 2, 3 as an increment. So let's play with that one. Let's see one in action. So I'm going to create a new folder, right click, choose new directory, and I'll do this 006 Emmitt. And then inside Emmitt, I'm just going to do a new HTML file, one example.html. So I didn't call it index. I don't know. I feel a little bit of like violation there. I'm going to rename that, call it index. And then I'm going to put my instructions in here. So I will do a P, and I could do it this way. here is but one example of the many possibilities available using Emmitt. And now I'm going to do Control D and duplicate that line. And I'm going to make this a comment. Control / made that a comment. / is often the signature for a comment in programming. In WebStorm, Control / commented that out. So that just lets you know that using that Emmitt command right above, I'm able to get that. And then using this Emmitt command, heading $, and then text heading, and I could do multiple dollars and they'll put in zeros. And I'm going to duplicate that, Control D, and then Control / to comment that out, and then tab. And heading 1, I forgot the multiplier. So let me get the multiplier in there, times 6. There we go. Duplicate that, Control D, Control Y, / to comment that out, and then hit tab. And heading 1, 2, 3, I don't know why it's putting the 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6 on the same line. I'm going to have to change that in preferences somewhere. All right. So there we go. Heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How sweet is that? That's a nice Emmitt example. So now I'm going to show you how to commit all this to GitHub. If you feel comfortable with GitHub, stop watching the video now. And if you're still like, oh, I kind of want to keep reinforcing those neural pathways with GitHub, keep watching. So I do not have my terminal open, so I need to go down to Start and do Git Shell, and then pop that open, and navigate to Documents, HTML, CSS, Bootcamp, and then Git Add. I could do Git Status if I want. It's just going to show me, you know, that I have stuff that's changed, right? And so now I'm going to do Git Add -- all, Git Commit -m, adds 006 Emmitt example, and then git push. So git add -- all, git commit -m, some message, and then git push. And I can verify that is on GitHub by going to GitHub and hitting that. And I've got 005 essential tags, 006 Emmitt. How nice is that? Last thing I might do, but I'm not going to, would be go into File and Settings and change this H4, H5, H6. I always say I'm not going to do it, but then I end up starting to do it. So editor, color code formatting. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm not going to do it. I'll dig around and maybe I'll show it to you in a future video. All right, that's using Emmitt.